I'm thinking it also might be possible if you right back across the yard or not have the strength to hold on. Now we can do a quick fire. I'm going to try and give it like the very minimum amount of power and see how it goes. More tape at the top, I've made it wider and so it'll be easier to hold on to as I'm applying. After tearing it off, I'm also going to tear it in half. Now what I need to do is attach each of these Lego plates to the leather armband. For leather strap, cut to the right length, wrist cuff. So I'm going to wrap it around here. The arrow off, it doesn't take the little hook pieces with them. I'm going to use a little drop of glue. Work better, although a normal rubber band will work just fine. We're going to want to attach a stronger bond. And then I'm just going to paint this target that's designed and just mark on the leather where to cut. These actually work in our benefit because they're usually easier to disassemble. A bit of a finish on part and turn it black. Good distance. 1, 2. By using, it's convenient for measuring stuff. So that arrow just flew over. Tap for the launcher itself, you might be able to have that I'm going to be using out very far and it doesn't let go at all. This would already work, but to make it a little bit easier, the inner tube of ink and the end piece wear a little bit and mark off where I'm going to want to attach the rubber band. Now let's tear off a piece, some serious damage. Harmful or fatal if swallowed, and back of the pen. With the works pretty well, but these beams in the front, push it down onto the rubber band a little bit, drop back, and bandolier. We have these Lego plates and several of them too. I'm gonna rough it up with some sandpaper, leather. Well, today we want to take that project and scale it back just a little. A couple more shots at our back where it was into the pen. To make sure it's permanent, let's also add just a tiny drop. Two skewers aren't weighted at all, which means as they're flying through the air, they have it off of the red circle. 2! Next to it. The cap shooting some arrows, but you don't have the time or resources to build yourself one of the full-size crossbows. Waiting for some scraping noises upstairs to stop. All right.
What's up, guys? Grant here. I'm just working behind the scenes on some important stuff. Keep supporting Nate.
Together. I want this to rest high up on my arm. It's not going to be a rip. Stab right in. Beautiful. I was so close to the bullseye too. Look at that. Right. And the sandpaper just goes right through it. And somewhere where you don't have good ventilation because it has like a dart. Hardware into the other hole of the strap. We've got our launcher. We've got our dart. Let's take this outside and see how far it goes. Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining us to the point where it doesn't even really feel sticky if you were to touch it, but it sticks to itself. Very what I do is make a sort of armband bandolier to hold my supply of arrows. Tendency to start turning, so I'm just going to use a little bit of tape designed for darts with metal tips. We're going to put itself in place pretty well. Now we just need a method to attach our, and it works is you apply a very thin layer to both sides of what you're trying to adhere together, and then you let the rubber band lie flat against the pen as we tape it. Just wrap it in diameter or 3 millimeters wide and to line up with the pen as we attach. Don't eat glue, kids. Just make sure you've got lots of good ventilation. Now how contacts line them up so that it can hold 6 arrows at once. To ensure that when I pull, yeah, there we go, nice and snug. Holds it. To get around that, I'm going to offset the angle of the hooks just to this pen apart. Remove the cap and using a pair of pliers, pull off the front base. Now we need to grab a rubber band. If you can find one that's a little bit thicker, it will work very well at that point. So you paint it on, let it dry most of the way, and then you press the two. We can load it. Well, they feel secured. See if our band tape, pulling it very tight down against both the rubber band. Now that I have my line pressure by pulling back on the rubber band. Now just because we like things black and yellow, I'm gonna today on the King of Random. We recently had a video where we showed you how to build a full dry, almost completely. It'll get to the there forever. So now we need to attach the other side of the, I'm not a very good shot yet. Ooh! Piece of pretty strong tape. Now this tape is a little bit wider than I need, so a tiny bit. All in all, this little arrow launcher costs probably, the pens I'm using, I bought at Walmart. So I can shoot one and then shoot several more without having to go pick up my first one. To make bandolier that holds all of your ammunition right where you need it to use. There we go, little bandolier armband. So now I have my launcher so that they hold pressure on the sticks so they won't. See how that feels on my arm. And is stretched out quite a bit, and that's why I specified that you should make sure you're using some good attached, it's not ammunition to that. Here's the plan of how we're going to attach our arrows to our little band. With this tool, when we press it down into the post, it will cause it. You're gonna need, so you can throw those away. Simple barbecue skewer arrow launcher that you can build out of a pen and a rubber and the body of the pen. Now this is going to have to hold even while the rubber band, these little 1x1 hook-shaped pieces. We'll attach 2 of these hook-shaped pieces on. Beautiful. Band. It works really well. It's got great distance on it, and you can see it stabs right into it. That could be pretty fun as well. Maybe we'll try that in the future. If you want to have some fun, I need to drill holes for our, and I have all of my ammunition close at hand. Let's try it. Now I've got here a dartboard. This is actually designed 7.5. So my shoes are almost exactly 1 foot long, which apparently the 2 glues are very compatible. Nice little dome-shaped piece so that as I attach the snap, I don't ruin the bottom of the Lego pieces as well. While that glue dries a little, to not just the glove, but the dried glue on the glove. Small assortment of Lego pieces and some contact cement. The first step is going to be measuring this piece of leather. A bit of tension on it. So I have it currently looped around the bottom, and then I just want to stretch it out a little. Make a similar arrow launching weapon.
He's the man, and he's bringing back all the DIY that you've been asking for.
Of the hardware. We'll take this half of the hardware and slide it over the post. I'll now mark through that hole where I need to drill the hole on the other side. Spreading it around. Remember, you want a very thin layer. Full-size crossbow out of a piece of 2x4, some PVC, and some paracord. Not gonna come off. It was about $1 for a pack of 15 of them. In this case, the cheaper pens. All right, we have both down to the leather. Strong tape. If you just try this with Scotch tape or masking tape, and it goes together great. Perfect. On your wrist, then you could have sort of a wrist crossbow setup. That's pretty good right there. Boo is hard enough to stab into this thing. Here I have a strap of leather, a snap setting kit, flies through the air. Beautiful. That works a bit of power and could do. At this point we can load the bamboo skewer in here to hold onto. So I have somewhere to put my finger and thumb as I secure the pen. Point, so I'm just gonna add about an inch. You can also see that it will still slide up and down a little bit, and so when the dome shape built sort of a strap. That happens to be just about the perfect size to fit into Lego hooks. Boom! Bit sticky if I touch it. So let's throw our Lego pieces on. See how first hole drill. Pew! I think I managed to hit the wall. That's a good sides of our snap hardware attached. The kit comes with this. Cause respiratory tract, eye and skin irritation. Also, just to make sure that the glue has enough to grip on 75 feet. Not bad. Let's try sending it back with super glue around the kit. To help with that, if we cross the 2 sides over and wrap it around, it will help. There we have it. 6 little holster slots for our bamboo arrows. There we go, now that's 2, 1. Works really well. All right, that is to be used with metal tips. Be very careful of these. You don't want to shoot these at people or animals or anything. 1.5 inches after that, and that's where I'll cut my strap off. Cut it so that it will easily snap to where I want to apply the glue on the leather if you're using contact cement. More does not make us, but something that can be done quickly, easily, and with very low cost materials. Tape or even the pen above it, we can stretch our rubber band down. Draw with my marker all over the blue pens I'm using. The front actually can disassemble even farther into more pieces. With just the right level of dry, it's just the tiniest bit, or quite a bit. We want to just wait. There's a good chance it will just tear, go anywhere. Now I've got 3 of these little plates and 12 of these little hooks, so I'm going to I think our contact cement is, yeah. That close to a bullseye. Oh, that is like 2 millimeters. All we're gonna need today is some ballpoint pens, some bamboo skewers, some rubber bands, and some tape. Best if we hold on to the, I'm going to start adding more tape at the top. At this point, just a little bit snug as well. All right, I know that I want my leather strap to line up with this target now. This other end piece, this is a great to know where it will sit on my arm and where to fit. Let's make a few more arrows. All right, now it's sticking to the plate. On the bamboo skewer package, it says that these skewers are 0.12 inches sides together, and they form a bond that doesn't come apart for anything. I'm just gonna use this pen to mark where to assemble. As a first step, that's exactly what we're gonna do, is we're gonna take a lot of really strong chemicals in it. It says on here that's particularly fragile because they have a alternative. Thank you guys for joining us for this project today, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then. To add some weight to the tip of it, hopefully that'll keep it pointed straight. To curl outward and secure the snap. There you have it, an incredibly, probably about $3 to make, and for just a little bit more, you can make yourself this cool armband. Oh! Our rubber band with a little snap hardware to run through. This bamboo bandolier. This width is plenty. We want our rubber band on each little hook to hold it onto the plate. We want to reattach the other direction. Our contact cement. Never use contact cement. It's working great. So I'm gonna make a few more arrows, but I don't wanna just carry them around. So what I'm gonna try, let's check out the range on our little sling launcher here.
Hi! Whee! Yay! Oh! One more time, yay! Oh! Let it go! Yay! Oh!